All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our UFC 216 post-fight show. My name is Eddie Law. That's Fred Kirby. Chilling out. See, maybe Justice joins us. That dude's always coming, not hit or miss, but he's always like, he could show up. So if he mysteriously shows up, that'd be great. All right. God damn that main event, though. Fucking Kevin Lee, Tony Ferguson went at it. Those fuckers went to war, dude. They went to fucking war. That was goddamn worth it. For real.
Do you think that'll end up getting the fight of the night over the Lando Venata Bobby Green fight?
Yeah, I think it will.
Do you? I don't think it will, but I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't be mad. I guess the stakes were a little higher, so maybe I could see it. But yeah, I hate to already do this and kind of shit on Mighty Mouse. We gonna talk about it, baby. We gonna talk about it. I know I'm gonna piss a lot of people off. And I'm going to give him the praise that he deserves too. But I'll just say quickly, thank God we didn't end on that fight. Brilliant finish, but I'm glad the card didn't end on Mighty Mouse's fight. I'm glad we got this main event because even though Tony showed out and he won and he did his thing, it was a close fight for certain durations of the fight. Like fucking Kevin Lee actually kind of had him rocked in that first round, and it was actually a good fight. Kevin Lee belonged in that fight. You know what I'm saying? It was not a fucking easy fight for Tony. Definitely an impressive finish, though. And I tell you what, fucking with Eddie Bravo is working, Jack. How many championship fights end in triangles off the back?
Not many at all. In fact, I can't remember the last one.
Fuck what? Anderson Silva's Travis Lutter?
Maybe.
Or no. Probably would have been Verdum Kane, right?
No, that was guillotine, right?
Oh, yeah, that was a guillotine, huh? Well, it was still off his back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was.
Either way, the motherfucking shit is rare. And, listen, man, I've been a Tony hater. I have been a Tony detractor. Let me tell you something, Jack. I'm a grown-ass man. I've got no problem admitting when I was wrong. Tony's a bad motherfucker. Tony's the real deal. I am not willing to sign on and say that he beats Conor. I don't want to fucking get ahead of ourselves. I still think that herky-jerky shit is going to get him in trouble with Conor. But he's a bad motherfucker. And I'll tell you something else, man. His grappling is nasty. If he can get Conor on the ground and force him into a grappling exchange, things could get very interesting. I think that on the feet, he'll have to be careful with Conor because Conor's a sniper. And Tony has a propensity to get punched in the face. Oh, Kevin Lee thunderstruck him tonight.
Yep.
So that's going to be a major liability. But listen, that's an interesting fight. And I don't want to immediately gloss over this. So let's talk about how impressive this fight was, and let's give Tony his credit for his win. I know the homie Kyle is looking at the champion of this fight, or the winner of this fight, as the actual champion of 155. So let's talk about that for a minute. How impressive was this win? And do you now look at Tony as the real, actual champion at 155 pounds?
See, I don't. I don't, for the fact that, I mean, Conor supposedly, okay, it's hard to do. I'm like you. I'm not necessarily a Tony Ferguson fan. I never really been a Tony Ferguson fan. You know what I mean? I've always, something about him was always, whatever.
How dare you be disrespectful to a Mexican like that?
Yeah, well, he don't speak Spanish very well. You heard the shit. Let's get it now.
In the fucking Chicanos, huh? Faker.
No, here's the thing, though. Okay, I like Tony's fighting style, and I like the fact that his jiu-jitsu is so high level, right? And we finally get to see some goddamn 10th planet jiu-jitsu, pick up a big fucking win. I mean, Eddie Bravo has a champion now. That's huge for him, right? And for 10th planet. But overall, as far as being the real champion, I still think until you beat Conor McGregor, that question's always going to be there. Think about it. When DC's light heavyweight champion now, but before he lost to John Jones the second time, what was the one thing people were saying? Well, you didn't beat the real champ. You didn't beat the real champ. That's going to hang over Tony's head no matter what we say, no matter what Kyle said, no matter what anyone says.
Listen, no doubt. But listen, and I'm a Conor nut hugger, and I can't stand Tony. But there is something to be said about the fact that DC defended the belt against the likes of AJ and Gustafsson. You know what I'm saying? Conor ain't defended that belt yet, man. That's a big thing. Yeah, man. But listen, don't get me wrong. I agree with you. I think you got to beat Conor. Heir to the throne, Conor's still the king. Kevin Lee was not that guy. Hell, he really should have fought Khabib if we're keeping it completely funky. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's really the fight that needs to happen. So 155 still has a lot of figuring out to do. Bottom line, though, Tony Ferguson is legit. Coming from somebody who wants to hate on that man and who has hated on him in the past, that's a bad motherfucker. He's got heart. His striking is at least serviceable enough to hurt people, and he's fucking got a hell of a chin so he can take one to give one. And listen, it's about time we start acknowledging, like you said, that Eddie Bravo's system is legit. I mean, obviously everybody knows that, but like, this is proof in the pudding, man. And not only is it Eddie Bravo's system legit, but Tony Ferguson can actually pull it off in high-level fights. In championship fights, he can utilize that shit and make it work and finish fights with it. Impressive performance from Tony Ferguson. I'll say this. I didn't love his mic skills. I don't love his mic skills, man. I think he's an interesting guy. He is weird and quirky, but, ooh, Lord, when he tries to talk shit, the cringes happen. Connor McNuggets, you fucking bitch. Come back here, you stupid pussy fuck. I was like, ooh, God, fuck, Tony.
That's cringy.
That probably didn't win you the fight, but that fucking performance was impressive. So, I mean, I'll be interested to see what Connor's take on this is, whether he just completely downplays Tony or whether he gives him a little shine and kind of – because, listen, at this point, I think we can probably agree that it's going to come down to kind of what Connor vibes out now. If Connor puts out there that this fight interests him, we'll probably see him and Tony next. If somehow he clowns Tony and tries to dismiss this performance, we're probably going to get that fucking trilogy fight with Nate next, as far as Connor's concerned.
Hey, that's a really good point. Real quick, guys, want to shout out to everybody in the comment section. UC Mike Draws, what up, man? Pierre Rose hanging out. Raider back in the Uber. She says the Uber guy is loving this. What's up, man?
Hey, man.
Yeah, UC's here. Everyone's here. We're all hanging out. All right. A couple comments here about the fight. UC says Tony against Connor has to happen. Then he says Kevin surprised the fuck out of me. He showed a lot of heart and showed that he's a legit contender in the division. First of all, he fought with fucking staph infection. He confirmed that shit after the fight, right? Everyone, it's a huge deal. I never had it. I mean, hopefully I'll never have it. But you know, rolling jiu-jitsu all the time it's you kind of assume you're gonna get it at some point. But it's a sickness.
When you get staph, you do like lose weight, right?
You get sick,
but you lose weight, right?
Right.
That's better than liposuction. I love you, Eddie, but you know, a little case of staph on the belly might not hurt you that bad. You know what I'm saying?
I'm only 210 pounds, homie. All right.
Hey, if you need to make weight, a little case of the staffers. You know what I'm saying?
One of my friends got pneumonia, and that's what he did. He got pneumonia. He just happened to get pneumonia like a month out of his fight. Like he had an MMA fight. Yeah. He dropped fucking like 20 pounds.
He's like, you know what? I can't make lightweight.
Yeah, he was happy as fuck about it. He's like, yeah, I almost died, but it's cool. I'm like, you a fucking idiot. Anyway.
All right, now listen. So we all assume that what we would like to see next for Tony Ferguson is the Conor fight. I mean, by all right, it is his fight. He's the Intercontinental champ at this point, Jack. He is the man behind the man. So as all things being equal, let's just assume that the MMA gods line that fight up for us and everything is the way it should be. What do we do with Kevin Lee now? Where would you like to see Kevin Lee go from this point? You got any ideas? I don't think this takes a lot of shine away from him. He was a young guy. He fought very serviceably up until that point. And as we've been saying, you know, Tony Ferguson's the real fucking deal. He's legit. So I don't think this very far in the rankings.
He won't.
You know, I don't know. I would like to see them give him a winnable fight next. I don't want to see one of these deals where he's fighting fucking, you know, I don't know, whatever. Another top contender. What about old I don't know. Maybe Benil.
I'm pulling up lightweight right now. So, okay. Well, Khabib
somebody along those lines. Somebody along those lines, at least a winnable fight. I don't want. I still think Kevin Lee has some potential to be built up and marketed and shit. So I don't want to see him go on no fucking 2 or 3 fight losing streak.
Look, let's just say it's gonna take some time to get the Tony Ferguson McGregor fight going, right? So you got a few guys you can possibly match Kevin Lee up with. Let's just get Nate Diaz out of the way. Kevin Lee's number 7, Nate Diaz number 6, right? I'm just going off the rankings right now, even though the rankings don't mean shit. Let's take Nate Diaz out of the equation because he's only going to fight Conor. So only fight he's going to take, he's made it quite fucking clear. Okay. Gaethje and Alvarez are fighting. Give him the winner of that. You can also give him Khabib. Look, here's the thing. Here's why I think that'd be a decent or a possibility. Okay. If Khabib really wants to get back in the title picture, right? Prove you can make weight and fight a guy like Kevin Lee. You could beat Kevin Lee, We can look
Yeah,
at
but
you.
what's that do with Kevin Lee, though? You know what I mean? I almost think that's certain fucking suicide for Kevin Lee. I'd much rather see Kevin Lee get a winnable fight after this.
Okay, well then let's look at the winner of Gaethje Alvarez. It's gonna take a while to get Ferguson McGregor done anyway, right?
No. Eddie, baby, you ain't feeling me. Let's get
What?
on down that list a little bit.
Okay,
I'm
let's
taking
go lower. Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe even a little lower than that, Jack. I mean, listen, Kevin Lee's biggest win up to this point was Michael Chiesa. Where's
Yeah, it was.
Michael at? Let's get a couple spots down
He's
from
at
there.
10.
I mean,
He's at 10.
55 is a fucking Shark Tank, dog. We can put him up with 11 or 12. I mean, there's so many
Okay.
names there. You know what
All
I'm
right, so
saying? You feel it? We want to build him up. He don't need to go way down the rankings, but I'd like to see Kevin Lee get a winnable fight.
all right. If we're talking winnable fights, Michael Johnson, if he's still in the UFC,
That would be fun.
He's at number 9. That'd be a great fight.
Yeah.
Elliot Quinta, he's got a big mouth.
There you
Still a fight.
There you go. That would be a great fight. That would be a great fight. And you know, listen, if he loses to Al, then Al gets back up in there, and it is what it is. So
yeah. So, but Kevin Lee's 25 years old, man. He looked great tonight. He had a lot of heart. You know, fought sick. It's not about he deserves a lot of credit on this one for sure.
For sure, man. Not a bad performance. No, nobody really came out of that fight looking like shit. Now. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this one time.
Oh shit.
DJ and Ray who? Okay.
Yo, wait, real quick. Priya Rose about to let you have it. Go ahead.
Man. All right, okay, so listen. Let me say this before I get in all the banter and all the horse shit and all the bullshit talk.
Yeah.
What DJ did was impressive. He broke a record tonight that might not never get broken again. It's a very fucking impressive feat what he did. And, you know, let's talk about it. The way he finished that fight, albeit in the 5th fucking round against Ray Borg, the way he finished that fight was some shit unlike anything I've ever seen before. And quite frankly, it kind of felt like he just decided that he'd had enough and thought, yeah, you know what? He fucking let out a goddamn Street Fighter howl, jumped around and fucking armbarred him, Jack. I swear I looked down to fucking spark my blunt up and the fight was over. That quick. It was fucking done. And that was extremely impressive. That being said, man, I can't help but think he really cherry-picked this last fight. I'm sorry, but I do not feel like Ray Borg belonged in that ring with him. I think it was pretty much obvious for most of the fight that Ray Borg did not belong in that fucking cage with him. And DJ fought hard for this fight, man. It's a little annoying, you know. His one complaint for not wanting to fight TJ was that TJ might not make the weight. Well, Ray Borg didn't make the weight. Okay, maybe he had an airborne sickness, whatever the fuck, man. He didn't make the fight the first time. And DJ still pushed for the Ray Borg fight, knowing that it was an easier fight than the TJ fight. Now, I realized we couldn't have had it the second go round. TJ's already lined up with Cody, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, man. I just feel like DJ is worlds better than Ray Borg, and he knew it. And he wanted that fight because he fucking knew it was the easy fight. It was the easy route, and he took it. And I can't hate on him for it. He made history. But if I'm being fucking, like I said this before, man, if I'm holding it up against Anderson Silva's record, looking at them side by side, DJ's is longer now, but I still respect Anderson's more. I just can't help it. I don't think that that's necessarily DJ's fault because he's had, you know, a lack of competition at 25. It was a brand new weight division that he literally ushered into existence in the UFC. So, like, I do get that. But, you know, like I said, man, like I was telling you before we went live, I was watching the fight with my homeboy, and after the fight ended, Twitter blew up. Oh my God, put DJ's cock in my mouth, my ass. He's the greatest thing. Oh my God, the GOAT. So many motherfucking cocksucking goats on my Twitter timeline. I thought I was in the fucking country.
Yeah.
Listen, let's see if he can do that against Dominic Cruz. Let's see if he can do that against TJ. And listen, I know everybody's going, well, that ain't his weight division. He shouldn't have to move up, blah, blah, blah. Man, I don't give a fuck. Clearly at 125, he has no equal. Bow down. I am willing to. And quite frankly, that's kind of bullshit too. He's had fights at 125 that were remotely close. The Uncle Creepy fight. The goddamn John Dodson, the first John Dodson fight. He got thunderstruck a bunch of times. But then there's some other fights, man, where it felt like they were just making fights because they needed DJ to defend the belt. And I don't love that, man. This fight tonight just felt like Ray Borg didn't have a fucking, you know how they always say people got a puncher's chance? I didn't feel like Ray Borg had a puncher's chance. Like, I just knew he was going to get slayed. And then he gets slayed and everybody fucking hits their knees. It's like, what did y'all expect? That finish, quite frankly, it took him about 21 minutes longer than I expected, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
If he didn't, listen, keep it funky. All y'all motherfuckers listening. If he didn't finish the fight with that crazy ass suplex to armbar finish and it just rode out as a dominant decision, are we all still fucking high ecstasy? Or is it kind of meh?
No, and yeah, you're exactly right. The reason we haven't got all hyped up because of the finish, right? Suplex to armbar, first of all, that was fucking phenomenal.
Beautiful.
It was great. But here's the thing. You're right. Ray Borg, he gave everything he had from the get-go, dude. That guy just ran out. He ran out of whatever he had and say he had mad heart and everything. Hey, look, credit to him. DJ should have finished that fight way earlier. You're totally right. Okay. As far as numbers go, DJ's the best, right? I'm with you, man. Move the fuck up. Go to 135. I want to see Dominic Cruz fight. You know what I mean? I don't mind the TJ fight, fine. I just don't think TJ ever had any intention of moving down ever. They were talking about him moving down to 125. I highly doubted it. I still highly doubt it. That's not going to happen. But DJ move up to fight Cruz? I'm down with that.
Listen, I'll tell you right now what I want to see from DJ next. And I know that Dominic Cruz is fighting Jimmy Rivera. Jimmy Riviera. I want to see Dominic Cruz. I want to see DJ fight Dominic Cruz next, win, lose, or draw. Because that's his only loss that he hasn't avenged, right?
Right.
Okay. So I want that fight next for DJ. I want him to fight Dominic Cruz. I don't give a shit if Dominic Cruz gets knocked out. Dominic Cruz is still an animal. He's still at 35, and that's still a fight that DJ lost that will most certainly be close. If DJ wins that fight, I would like to see DJ fight for the belt at 35. Fuck Cody moving down. That's not how this thing works. DJ moves up. DJ is the one that cleaned out his division. DJ is the one that deserves the accolades. Fuck that, bruh. Cody, you're on Connor level, Jack. You ain't defended the belt once. I like Cody. He's cute. I like his tattoos. But let's not get carried away. You don't get the 2-belt thing yet, bruh. Mighty Mouse does. If he can avenge his one loss against fucking Dominic, which that fight would be fucking brilliant. And if he can beat Dominic, get him that title shot. Let him be. That would get me super stoked for Mighty Mouse fights. That's the only thing that really will. I don't bit more care to see Mighty Mouse fight at 125. Who are you going to fight? Juicier Formiga? Get the fuck out of here. 25 is dead. Listen, go to 35 and pull a Connor on 25. Let them fools figure it out. I done dead it all, y'all. Go find some Russians. They probably got some Middle Easterners or some little small Asians somewhere that's bad. Y'all need to figure something out because I done killed this division. I'm moving up to bigger, greener pastures.
Here's the thing about it, though. 125, the next contender, should he beat Cejudo, is going to be Sergio Pettis.
Yeah, there we fucking go. That's great, ain't it? Another fucking guy that ain't got no business in there with DJ yet. Please, let's not make this fight. Even Cejudo, if he does come out and beat Sergio Pettis, I still think he's not really ready for DJ again yet, man. DJ's on another level. Cejudo could be ready. Give him a year and a half. Give him 2-3 fights. Just because he had an impressive performance, what the fuck? One.
Yeah, he's thinking. So real quick on the YouTube comments, Rose says, just because I find this reading is funny, and she says, it feels weird calling myself a DJ dick rider. As a girl, is that what you still call it? Is that what you still call it?
No, that is nowhere near appropriate.
No.
Although if you're a white girl, I'm sure DJ would let you ride his snake for what it's worth. I bet you DJ's just like a mini John Jones. Truth be told, he's just a lot better at fucking keeping it intact. I just like to play Xbox, guys. Probably fucking big titty white girls.
Sandblasting hookers. Why not? Rose says Fred will see how good Borg is when he fights other people. Look, DJ's just that high above everybody else. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. We'll see who Ray Borg fights next. I won't say nothing. If Ray Borg fights a top contender next and just fucking sandblasts him, then we'll.
we will. I guess you will see how history plays out. But most of DJ's opponents, history hasn't played out too swell for them afterwards. A couple of them, but not all of them. So
yeah, it's never gone too well. The fact that we've seen Joe Benavidez in there with him like 3 times or 4 times, whatever it's been. Yeah. UC says, listen, Fred, DJ makes it look so easy that people just assume it's the norm. DJ's does that freaking good.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. But on that point, just like Mike Jarvis agrees with you. He says all praise and good shit for DJ, but it's time to move up to 135 or at least rematch Cruz. I think that's the move. If we want to see him, just he wants to prove he's just that damn good, that damn much better than everybody else. Fight Cruz again, get your win back, or avenge that loss. I feel like that's the way to do it. You know what I mean?
What else would anybody be excited about? I mean, honestly, when's the last time we went into a fight thinking that DJ could actually lose it? Yeah, I get it. That's impressive, and that's one of the benefits about DJ. But I also think that, we were all the fights that we're ever fucking super excited for are the fights where we don't know what's going to happen. That's what makes it feel like Christmas morning. Man, don't nobody want to wake up to Christmas knowing exactly what they got. I knew what was going to happen tonight. It sucks to say that because MMA is not that sport, man. This is why we love our shit, is because you never know what's going to happen. God damn it, I would have bet my firstborn child that DJ won this fight tonight. I just knew it. I don't want to watch no more DJ fights like that. I want to see him fight somebody where it's like, fuck, man. Mighty Mouse might. Can you imagine if DJ takes a fight and he's the underdog? Oh my God. How exciting would that be, guys? A fight where DJ's the underdog? Can you fucking just admit that would not be salivated? A fight that DJ will probably lose? Then let him come out and pull some shit like that on Dominic Cruz. Listen, then me as a male, I will jump on DJ's dick. Make no mistake about it. If he moves up to 35 and he starts doing this shit to those guys, son, I'm the first one on the bandwagon. I just think 25 is low key. It's on the easy course right now. It's a division in its infancy. DJ's literally the first champ. I mean, I know he's a bad motherfucker, but he's still, he's the motherfucking George Washington of flyweight, Jack. Like,
yeah. Hey, real quick on that suplex to armbar MMA. John Morgan from MMA Junkie, his tweet is fucking might be brilliant. He says, "Armbar, no, I give you the mousetrap." Why not?
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
It's not bad.
No, listen. Who did that? John Morgan.
Yeah.
John Morgan. When he does that to a motherfucking legit top 5 contender or challenger, when he does that to Dominic Cruz, when he does that to somebody that can fucking defend themselves, then we coin it the mousetrap. For now, it was called some bullshit he did to some guy that didn't belong to be in there with him.
Yeah, no, certainly. I'm with you. Real quick on the DJ fight. What I had a fucking comment I wanted to read. Rose says he showed he could own him on every level. I do want to see him fight Cruz, but I love Cruz and DJ would win. Especially with plantar fasciitis, he'll be so much slower, and DJ's better now. Well, that's what I want to see. I want to see if DJ's better.
Cool. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Listen, man, I don't get it twisted. It's not that I don't fuck with DJ. I fuck with DJ. I realize he's great. I just, I feel like he's been a lot of these fights that he's been in. We knew what was going to fucking happen. Dominic's his one loss on his record. I want to see him tested. If he comes out and wins that fight, I'll be the first one to be like, fucking A, you know what I'm saying? Mighty Mouse is that great. I tell you what, I'll tell you this, even with his fucking fucked up ass feet, if motherfucking Mighty Mouse comes out and finishes Dominic Cruz, I will give him, especially since John Jones is a cheater now, I will give him that #1 pound for pound status. I'll give it to him over DC. You know what I'm saying? If he can come out and start beating those guys, then he will be the guy that everybody on Twitter says he is. For me.
Yeah, makes sense. I just saw a ridiculous stat.
But that being said, congratulations.
Yeah.
I can piss on it a little bit, but it's still a fucking record. And I don't know who the fuck is ever going to beat that record. 11 title defensives in the UFC is impressive as fuck no matter what. I can take the time, hindsight's 20/20 and shit, but at the time when he was fighting those guys, those were the guys that were around, and DJ did shit on them all. So he never had a problem making weight. It ain't like he was a huge guy that barely made 25 and outpowered everybody. So, whereas I take a lot of time to fucking shit on DJ, take a brief moment before we get off this fight to just give the dude his credit. He did do some groundbreaking shit.
Yeah. All right, real quick. So these are numbers that I could throw out for the DJ Ray Borg fight. 172 to 22 in total strikes in DJ's favor. 172 to 22. 8 for 8 in takedowns. He passed guard 19 times. If you notice during the fight, there was a lot of side control, a lot of half guard work, and then DJ would pass and go to side control. It happened 19 fucking times.
I'm sorry, bro, but that's just a sign of a guy that shouldn't been in there. I mean, I
Borg,
don't think
that's what I'm saying. Borg had no business being in there.
Yeah, I DJ's great, but I don't think stats like that are because DJ's that goddamn good. He's not fucking Raiden from Mortal Kombat, man. Ray Borg is not a title challenger. At least he wasn't at this point in his career yet. He shouldn't have been.
Definitely. And then what was it? Demetrius Johnson was quoted. Someone asked him what comes next, and he says no comment. Yeah.
It's got to be 35. He's no fool. He's a smart guy. There is nothing left for him at 25. I mean, there literally isn't. Maybe, like you said, the fucking Sergio Pettis or the Cejudo rematch. But, man, I fucking hope he don't do that. I really just don't want to see in one of those fights. Not yet, not right now, man. Oh, DJ's better. He's better than them, man. He's better than that. He needs to be in a bigger fight than that. He's bigger than all that. Dude, DJ, in my opinion, is bigger than the flyweight division right now.
Easily.
For real. The flyweight division's holding him back. I can't with him in flyweight no more. It's enough with those bums. I got to see DJ against somebody that matters, man. He's got to, listen, at one point, fucking Anderson Silva went up and fought fucking silly-ass Forrest Griffin and sent him to the Matrix. Let's do the damn thing.
Yeah. Real quick, there's people saying, oh, God, I hate the people who do this shit. So somebody else tweeted out, no brainer to me. McGregor fights that Paulie guy on St. Patrick's Day in Brooklyn. That's $50 million payday for me from McGregor. And then Ferguson fights Khabib. And then somebody asked, what's those more, McGregor DS3 or the Paulie fight? And of course, everyone's responding this week going, please let Paulie fade back into the darkness. No one gives a shit. I'm with that.
Are people on fucking meth? Don't nobody man, I don't give a fuck about Paulie. I still can't pronounce your last name, fool. You was only relevant because our boy was fighting Floyd. Who the fuck is that guy? I don't give a fuck about Paulie Malignaggi, man. This ain't boxing. Fuck that fool.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see if I can find the bonus stuff. But I'll keep looking while we're doing the show. All right, so Pre-Rose says, can I just point out that I've been saying all of this about DC when you're talking about DJ? This about DC being great, and Fred was still writing John Jones, so I'll just be right about this too. Just waiting for Fred to realize it.
Hey, goddamn it! I didn't know John Jones was cheating on me. I was fooled.
I was fooled. Ah, shit. All right. Yeah. So that was a fucking DJ back to 135 is what I want to see. All right. Fight after that, Verdum. The easy, almost sad fucking armbar win over Walt Harris. That was just sad to see, man. But Derek Lewis, back spasms. That guy, that's probably why that guy retired, right?
Oh, Lord. Where do we go with this one? Okay. First off, this is what I would have liked to see DJ do to Ray Borg. This is about what I expected to happen in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of come out, take the armbar, boom. What the fuck is there to say, man? Like, the big ticket deserves his credit for giving it a whirl. Fabricio Verdum is who we thought he was. He gets a paycheck. As far as Derek Lewis goes, I get it. I've fucked up my back before, and I can attest that when your back's on the fridge, Jack, there is no doing nothing. It does suck that it happened now, like 6 hours ago. I just wish there was a way he's been talking about his back being bad this whole time. I mean, if we thought that this was even remotely close to an option, I want to say maybe he should have pulled out of the fight a week or two ago and tried to find some. I mean, he literally pulled out like 7 hours before. But then again, man, I don't know. Backs are weird. Maybe his shit felt a little tight, but okay. And then he woke on just some horrible luck shit. He woke up this morning and couldn't move. like I said, my back's been fucked up before. So if that's the case, I get it. You can't do shit with a fucked up back, Jack. Like, I mean, you can't do nothing. So if that was the case, I get it. But goddamn, all this shit sucks. Fucking Walt Harris should not have been in the cage with Fabricio. At least Fabricio got a chance to get a check. But damn, going into the fight, I was thinking like, well, at least we get a chance to see Fabricio perform. Bruh, like that wasn't, Jesus H. Christ, that wasn't even really like a chance for us to see. I mean, I would have rather watched him roll with a sparring partner than that. Fuck, him and Tony Ferguson would have been better than that damn shit right there. What the fuck? So,
yeah, that's pretty bad. Real quick, I got the stats here for tonight. So the gate was $677,999.50. So 678,000. Attendance is 10,638. Fight of the night. What you guess on this one?
Okay, so it's gotta be either the main event or Lando Venata and Bobby Green. I'm picking Venata and Bobby Green.
And you're correct. Lando Venata versus Bobby Green is the fight of the night. Performance of the night. Who would you give it to?
Can we give it to Fabricio? I mean, by process of I mean, he had the performance of the night. Goddamn, takedown, fucking back take to armbar. I guess the opponent kind of kills it a little bit. In that case, I would give the performance of the night to Tony Ferguson.
Okay. Well, performance of the night goes to Demetrius Johnson.
God damn it.
And John Moraga for that fucking crazy knockout of that Russian cat early in the card.
Fair. That was beautiful.
And that's huge for John, by the way. That's huge for John.
His reaction was really good too, man.
Yeah.
That meant a lot to him. He
didn't give a fuck about the win. He's like, he's like, what are you gonna do next? What do you think about doing next? He's like, I just want to go home with my boys.
Yeah, he like almost bounced on DC. That almost fucking made me tear up a little bit, man. I mean, that was real. That was real raw emotion. You don't get that a lot from fighters. That was real shit.
Yeah, and so he's got the short drive or short flight back to Phoenix. Trains out of the MMA lab here. Dude, he's a good dude, man. He's a good guy. I got to speak to him, just very few times, but back when he trained at his old gym, fucking good dude, man, for real. And then there's a fucking. Oh no, never mind. All right, so fight before the chick fight. That Italian girl can fight.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, it's both of their first fights in the UFC, so it's hard to gauge too much. But from what we see in the night, old girl's nasty. And the girl that she submitted was a Brazilian broad, right?
Yep.
Ooh, I want to post that meme where all the little kids are just like, "Ooh, you got submitted by an Italian, Jack."
Yeah, Mara Romero Borella out of Italy, first Italian female in MMA
against the Italians.
Yeah, and that's Kalindra Faria, both making their debuts. Kalindra didn't land a single strike. She didn't shoot any takedowns. She's 0 for everything on every single one of these categories. Meanwhile, 16 total strikes for Barella, 3 significant strikes, 1 takedown. That's all she needed, and the submission. So fucking solid win.
She better hope that Italian broad goes on to become the champion, because if not, she's gonna be the laughing stock of Brazil. How you let an Italian girl, the first Italian in the UFC, submit you, dude? You're Brazilian.
Yeah, what the fuck happened, right? All right, we had 2 draws on this card. This one with the main card, Beneil Dariush against Evan Dunham, majority draw. I thought that was a good fucking fight. I'm not mad at the draw.
I didn't love this draw. I didn't hate it. I didn't love this draw, man. I listen. Under the new unified rules, I would have called this fight a draw. I would have given Beneil a 10-8 round in the first round under the new rules. But this ain't the goddamn new rules. It's the old rules, Jack. Nevada goes by the old rules. And in the old rules, you had to gangster stomp, beat the fuck out of somebody to get a 10-8 round.
Yes, sir.
Now listen, Beneil had a strong first round, but for all of me, it was not a 10-8. I thought that Evan Dunham won the last 2 rounds, albeit a little closer than the first one was between, the gap with Beneil beating him. All things considered, I thought Evan won the fight. I ain't hating that it was a draw, but I think there's a case to be made that Evan edged the fight out there at the end in the 3rd round. But I ain't hating on it though. It was a really good fight. Great fight to open up the card. I don't think either guy necessarily takes a step back in their career or no shit because of it. So it's all good.
I'm with you, man. And the thing about it is too is, I don't know, but Neil Darius threw everything with heat, and Evan Denham was smart, so I kind of canceled that. The other draw we'll talk about in just a second. But real quick, Cody Stemmen takes out Tom Duquesnoy, whatever, Duquesnoy, takes him out by decision win. I was not impressed with Tom whatsoever, so it is what it is. But,
whoa, hold on.
What up?
I was not completely impressed with him. I do still see where the hype revolves around him.
Sure.
I tell you what, man. I almost kind of blame this one on the matchmakers a little bit. I thought this was a real bad fight stylistically for Tom Duquesnoy. He's got a lot of talent, but I still think he needed to be eased into the grappling pool. And the cat that he was fighting is not eased in. Like he's a whereas Tom Duquesnoy is kind of a prospect with the striking, the other cat's kind of a prospect with the grappling, and he can strike. I just thought that was a really bad matchup this early in his career. So I mean, you know, I'm not done with Duquesnoy yet. Just fucking, they need to fucking pick those fights a little carefully, and he definitely needs to shore up those holes in his grappling defense.
Yeah, and again, he's a striking guy out of France. He's only 23, I think. He was 19 when they first won him in the UFC. They won him in the UFC years ago, and he said, "No, I'm not ready. I'll wait." Smart kid. So
he's got talent. He's got talent. He's just got some obvious holes that he needs to shore up.
The way he fights here reminds me of young Rory McDonald in the fact that he thinks and he's very calculated in the cage. It's just when he gets late into the rounds, that calculation kind of gets him in trouble. When it's like, all right, fuck your calculations, dude. You got to go. You know what I mean?
Well, man, styles make fights. He just fought an animal tonight. What was the cat's name? Steinman?
Cody,
I keep forgetting.
Yeah, Cody Stammen.
Steinman. Yeah. Listen, man, dude's an animal. He deserves his credit too, man. His striking was serviceable enough to keep Duquesnoy off beat, and then his grappling was definitely a couple levels above Duquesnoy. So up to the homeboy.
All right, and then the other draw. This is a straight up draw due to an illegal knee on it, probably in the scorecards. But Lando Venata and Bobby Green fight to a draw. Pretty goddamn close fight, regardless. But Venata had like 4 takedowns and everything. Just that illegal knee, man. I think that fucked it for him.
First off, that wasn't really a knee. It was more like an illegal higher thigh.
Yeah.
But you know what, though, man? This draw, I ain't mad at all. This was, listen, how often, that might be a first. I don't know. How often is a motherfucking fight a draw and fight of the night? That's how you know it was a good fight. That shit got fight of the night and it was a motherfucking draw. That was a fucking great fight. Lando Venata might be one of the most creative fucking fighters we've ever seen in the UFC since John Cheater Bones Jones. And Bobby Green kind of surprised me with his jab. He was fucking Venata's face up. Venata looked like shit. I heard he went to the hospital too after the fight. So that was fucking fantastic, man. That was like, that's the shit that we all tune in for. If you didn't like that fight, you ain't a fight fan, Jack. Yeah, that was a fucking very, very fun fight. And one of those kind of rare fights where, first off, it being a draw makes it rare, but like nobody lost anything.
They weren't even mad.
It's like they both got a W. I ain't mad at neither one of them. I don't feel like anybody lost anything. Both of their status are elevated, and I can't wait to see both of them fight again. I'd rather they didn't fight each other, ironically enough. Because it's like that. It's like a very good movie. We don't need a Goodfellas Part 6. That's it. Yeah. Let those cats fight other people, and I'll be super stoked for the new stylistic matches up with both of them going forward.
And Joey Tremendous asking rematch Venata versus Green, so I guess the answer is no for you. So
nah, man. But that was too good. It will never be topped. So no. Just I'm high on both of them. Let them go do their things elsewhere.
Yeah, since you put it that way, I agree with you, man. I was kind of down for a rematch, but now that you put it that way, it's a good, really, really good point. I don't want to see sequel to a fight that was that good.
Maybe later, a year or two down the line, if they come back up and they win like 4 fights in a row apiece, then the rematch would be dope. But right now, let's let it be, man. That was a great fight. Let's see what they can do elsewhere.
If they rematch, I want to see something on the line. Maybe not a title shot. No, maybe not like a title, but maybe like a title shot or a path to a title. Something on the line. Yeah, rematch. No
Couple
problem.
fights from now, a year from now, or something. Let's see what this did for them. Let's see how they grow.
And then I'll read off the last few fights, and you tell me which one you want to stop at here. Pro Gonzalez loses to Poliana Botello via the decision. Too much shooting by Pearl. She was holding the striking early, and then she tried to become a wrestler. The fuck was that?
Let's take a quick a yield sign on this fight. Take a quick minute just to take a nice quick shit on it. It almost put me to fucking sleep. Maybe that's the reason why I'm fucking so high on that Bobby Green Banana fight, because it was coming after that fucking shit. Woo, that fight sucked.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Oh yeah, it was pretty fucking bad. Oh Jesus Christ! I just had real quick on salaries. DJ got 370,000 total, and Ferguson got 500 grand. He got 250 to show, 250 to win. That's pretty shitty pay. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
That's kind of fucking bullshit though, the way they're paying.
Well, I mean, that's before pay-per-view points though, right?
Sure. Now, this is the first time DJ gets pay-per-view points, which is why he got that flat rate, because he's going to get pay-per-view points. I don't know about Tony, but because he's not a champion until tonight, but for sure DJ. And again, on the Pearl thing, if you're going to start off striking, you look really good fucking striking. Keep fucking striking. I don't know who the fuck told you to start shooting.
And pushing her against the fence like that and holding her there.
Oh, and then
that shit was just...
Here's the thing. Sure, go ahead. Control the fucking fight. Do your thing. And Rose says Verdun got 400,000. Do your thing, man. You're a veteran. But he kept
God damn.
Yeah. She kept pinning that chick to the fucking cage, right? And then ate a shitload of elbows. Like, I got tired of hearing Travis Brown elbows from Joe Rogan. That's how many fucking times she hit her with him. So of course you're gonna lose that fight. But
Yeah, that shit was weak.
Yeah, back to the drawing board, man. All right. Next up, Matt Schnell gets the decision win over Marco Beltran. And then that fight was kind of standard, really. It wasn't.
Yeah, that fight. I wouldn't call that fight weak, but it was a little man. It was a decent fight, but it wasn't nothing great about it.
I tell you what, it bothered me because I seen Marco Beltran fight before he even got into the show, into the Tough Line America. He's a good boxer, and all he did was do kicks, which tells me that he was afraid of the Schnell kid's striking, and he should have been. His combos are fucking good.
The Schnell kid's boxing did look crisp.
It's crisp as
so maybe he knew he didn't have nothing for him with them hands and tried to utilize his skills.
Fucking Art Bell. He goes, Art Bell in the comments says, Eddie has a very Mexican red muscle shirt. Thank you. Anyway.
You know what's fucking weird? I've been wearing a red fucking tank top the last 2 days. I almost threw it on. So fucking glad I didn't.
Yeah, no, we'd match be weird. All right, and then the other fight, second fight of the night was John Moraga against Magomed Bulatov, and John Moraga landing a nasty combo. First, I think he landed like the overhand right, rocked that dude. Then he landed a head kick, and then that left hook finished it off. Dropped Bulatov bad. Look,
that was a Mike Tyson left hook. Jack.
Yeah. Look, for a guy that's been so up and down in MMA, they try to fucking stop him from using the Bone Thugs song before this fucking fight. And then Bone Thugs put in a call on his behalf, and they called him back like, "Hey, dog, you can use that song. Don't worry about it." Like, that was pretty sick, dude. And then he goes out and finishes the fight that way. His reaction, I'm telling you right now, John Moraga is the most family man you'll ever meet in your life. All right, like he's a family man first. His fighting is almost just his day job. You know what I mean? It's or his night job, whatever you want to call it. That was fucking awesome to see because I'm a fan of Moraga. And I'm just glad he got the bonus too, for real.
Yeah, man, that was a fucking impressive performance by Moraga. And I tell you what, man, even though the Russian kid got starched out, he showed flashes of why we thought he would be that big. So, listen, John Moraga can throw them things. They got him all the way to a motherfucking title shot one time. And even though flyweight's fucking, a little light, he still obviously can hurt people. Mm-hmm. Anybody can get knocked out, man. I still think the Russian kid's probably going to be who we think he is.
In the long run, yeah, he'll be better.
Yeah. You just, when you're fighting a cat like John Moraga who can fucking hit like that, you got to be very careful, especially in that motherfucking. That was the first round, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was early.
Yeah, it was early. But early in the first round, Jack, you got to watch it or he'll Mike Tyson you.
I'll tell you what, it's always when you're fighting someone that has a why they fight, and it's as precious as his is. With his family and his kids and all that, it don't matter what the odds are. As Art Bell pointed out, his Moraga victory is shock of the night. Loss was assumed by everyone. He was the biggest underdog on the card, I believe.
Yep.
And I think he was a bigger underdog than Borg was to DJ. So, I mean, for him to finish it that way, that's huge. Whoever bet Moraga,
it's hard. It's weird when somebody with that type of stopping power becomes that type of an underdog.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, I just knew Ray Borg didn't have that stopping power. Even when Moraga fought DJ, the fight had a little bit of excitement to it because you knew if he clipped him, he could knock DJ out. Now, of course, he didn't, but, like, he's got that stopping power. You can't never count a guy like that out. When a motherfucker can punch like that, you got to give them that respect because they can do exactly what fucking John Moraga did tonight to your ass.
Yeah, Moraga. The game plan against Moraga is to get the fuck out the way and don't get hit and grapple with him.
You got to be cool with him. You got to be cool in the beginning because he's got a lot of fucking power, man.
100%.
Respected.
And then first fight of the night was a shitload of leg kicks by Brad Tavares. On the house latest was a decision win by Brad. A lot of leg kicks again. A lot of leg kicks. Crisp jab. Talos Latest slowed down. Got bloody. Couldn't use that front leg anymore. And Brad Tavares had a piston speed fucking jab. So good fight for him for sure.
Yeah. Not much to be said about that fight. Talos Latest is long in the tooth. That motherfucker had like gray hairs in his beard and shit. It's time for Talos to. I don't want to be that guy and say he should hang him up, but let's just say it's time for him to get ushered out to, Bellator or Ryzen or some shit like that. This last run in the UFC was probably about all Talos had in the tank.
All right, I'll ask you two questions here. One, your most impressive fighter. Who looked the most impressive tonight? Or who were you most impressed with?
Tony Ferguson. Man. I mean, I don't love the guy, but I think that he had probably the stiffest competition on the card, and he finished them. Actions speak louder than words. You know what I'm saying? The proof was in the pudding. He did the damn thing, and Kevin Lee is no joke. So, Tony.
I'm actually gonna go with someone that lost. I like Ray Borg in this one. You're right. Overmatched, didn't belong in there. Balls out still, all heart. Fucking shoulder was about to get ripped out of its fucking socket, and still hung in there, man.
That, listen, I'll give you this. That is a good point. I will give Ray Borg that. He didn't lay down. Yeah. He was throwing them things. He definitely was trying to win. He did not come there to lose. So I will give Ray Borg that. He fought hard.
100%. Ray Borg, 24 years old. He'll be back.
He fought valiantly, for sure.
Definitely. All right, and then the other fight is who disappointed you the most in this whole card?
Can I say Derek Lewis?
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say that because, like I said, I mean, if he was really hurt, then, I should shut the fuck up because I know how bad back spasms are. But, I mean, I really wanted to see him versus Fabricio, and fucking Fabricio versus the big ticket wasn't doing a whole lot for me. Nobody else really disappointed me. It was a pretty fun fight card. I knew what happened to Ray Borg, I thought would happen. The main event was a toss-up, so that kind of shook out the way. I'm not surprised. Derek Lewis not making the card it really disappointed the shit out of me.
Yeah, I was disappointed in the fact that we didn't get to see Will Brooks against Nick Lentz.
Oh,
I really wanted that fight.
I forgot all about that. That was a fucking big time bummer too, man. I forgot all about that. Yeah. So imagine that, right? This was a really good card. We get the fucking Will Brooks Nick Lentz fight, and Derek Lewis stays on the card, and this could have been a real fucking card to remember, man. That sucks.
Yeah, that was going to be a fucking crazy fight. And if anyone hasn't heard, Nick Lentz had problems cutting weight. Surprise, motherfucker had also awful time cutting weight every time. And then my second would be just like Priya Rose says, I had no expectations, but Pro was the most frustrating thing to watch. 100%. I was definitely bummed out watching her fight because it was just like, come on, chick, like.
What are you doing?
Get the fuck out. Yeah, what are you fucking doing? I wonder what the fuck her coaches were telling her. Like, come on, man. The fuck? Tell her to stand back up.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. All right. So, next UFC card is October 21st, the Poland card, headlined by Donald Cerrone and Darren Till. October 21st is Saturday on, I think the whole thing's going to be on Fight Pass. Cowboy Cerrone against Darren Till. Your thoughts on that one?
I guess this is just the classic case of a litmus test for Darren Till, right? We're going to find out how good he is. Donald Cerrone's just the type of guy that'll pretty much take any fight anywhere. It's hard to bet against Cowboy in this fight. I mean, Darren Till's still kind of an unknown. He seems, he's been very impressive, but this is that fight, right? Where a guy goes from fighting guys that are pretty good to fighting a guy who's truly elite. We'll find out exactly how good Darren Till is in this fight. We'll know if he comes out and can actually, impressively finish Cowboy. Then we'll revisit this conversation and we'll get real fucking excited for Darren Till's next fight. But for now, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And then, what was it? Just a few other names on the card. Jody Escobar against Karina Kovacevic. John Blachowicz is on this card. Marcin Hell's on this card. Who else we got? Artem Lobov against Andre Fili. That'll be funny. Warley Alves on this card. Lena Landsberg's on this card. So it's a solid card. And the times for that is early as shit. Online prelims are going to be at 11:45 Eastern time, 8:45 a.m. by the way, a.m. Pacific time.
Oh, yeah.
And the main card starts at 3 p.m. your time and 12 p.m. Pacific time. So it's a nice little early breakfast card for us West Coasters, and for you guys, a nice lunchtime card, and then go out and do some shit. So fun times. Just checking a quick little bit on the. A lot of people talking about Kevin Lee. There's a tweet right here that I'm seeing under the hashtag UFC 216. Don't call yourself a professional fighter when you put others at risk. That staph infection shit starting to pick up some steam. So
that is interesting.
Vision's kind of weird and kind of irresponsible as fuck by them.
Yeah, big time, kind of. I mean, I guess we'll find out how all this plays out and what they knew or who knew when, but.
Yeah, and obviously they do a questionnaire and all that shit. I get that, but I mean, you see the motherfucking fighter, big old red spot on his chest. You go, hey, we might want to look at that real quick.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? A sunspot?
All I can think, he hit it. He just wore a shirt the whole time. So
yeah, the funny thing is, he barely had a shirt on during all the fucking press conferences. Everything. He's always wearing a fucking shirts with his fucking button down and shit.
Yeah, and he didn't have that shit on his chest yesterday at weigh-ins, so. That shit,
weird.
Yeah, that shit is weird. I'm about to go back and see and watch the video of the weigh-ins and see if maybe it was like very light then or something, or he did something to it.
That motherfucker has some makeup.
But yeah, right. You never know. You never know. All right, anything else you want to touch on before we head out of here?
Nah, I think that pretty much sums it up, man. It was a good card.
Cool.
Great fucking couple fights there to finish it off. DJ made history.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Ferguson should fight Conor. We'll see what happens.
Up on iTunes tomorrow, probably noonish for the West Side anyway, because I gotta go train. So shout out to Joey Tremendous, UC, Mike Jarvis, Priya Rose, Raider was on here, and her Uber driver. What up, dude?
Hey.
Yeah, my Keith Edwards is on here talking about DJ Yawn fight TJ. He never had a good reason not to. Yeah, that's a good point.
Good fucking point.
Yeah, good point. UC was on here. What up, dude? Everyone tuned in. Art Bell making the live appearance. Usually it's like post show, but live appearance. What up, man? All right, shout out to everybody. P-Rose, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. You can follow Kirby at Kirby_MMA. Myself, I'm at Elot31. You can see all the Twitters down here and the websites and all that. Hit up repcrossmma.com. Get substance represent gear. New shit's out. Go check it out, and we'll catch you guys later. So for myself, Fred Kirby, Jesse Rubacava, and the entire team, y'all have a good night. Catch you guys later.